Most men do not fail because the path is too hard. They fail because every time it gets hard, they start hunting for something that looks easier. Welcome to the Silent Kings. If you are here, you already know most men talk. Kings observe, decide, and act. There is a dangerous illusion that ruins more potential than failure ever will. It is the belief that somewhere out there is a path that will feel easy from start to finish. The moment your current path feels heavy, your mind starts scanning for a smoother one. You have felt it. You choose a goal that matters. Building your body, learning a skill, starting a project, fixing your finances. At the beginning, you are excited, and then you reach the point where it stops being exciting and starts being work. That is when the whispers begin. Maybe there is a better method. Maybe a different routine would be easier. Maybe another field would make more sense. So you look for a new program, a new idea, a new direction that feels lighter on day one. Of course it feels lighter at the start. This is the trap. The new thing has not punched you in the face yet. You have not stayed with it long enough to feel its difficulty. This is what people call shiny object syndrome. It is not magic, it is simply your comfort zone wearing a new coat. You enjoy the feeling of being at the beginning again, where nothing has had time to test you. The truth is simple and uncomfortable. Anything worth mastering will feel difficult at the start. If it feels effortless from day one, it is probably shallow, fake progress, or beneath your potential. The only honest way something becomes easy is when you become strong enough to carry it. You put in the hours, you stay through the confusion, and your mind begins to understand the pattern. What first felt chaotic becomes clear, not because it changed, but because you did. That is why some men can say, "This path is easier for me." It is not because life handed them an easy mode. It is because they stayed there long enough to build understanding while everyone else ran away. Most never reach that point. They quit at the first real test. They change routines, switch goals, reshape their identity every few months. They start to believe they are lost, when in reality, they simply never stayed long enough to find depth. The source of all this is simple. You like it when it feels easy. When it becomes hard, you assume something is wrong, instead of realizing this is exactly where growth begins. You mistake the first true demand for work as a sign that you should leave. The real skill is not finding the easiest path. The real skill is staying with the hard thing until you actually understand it. Only then can you make an informed decision about whether it truly does not suit you. There is nothing wrong with changing direction. There is a problem when you change direction before you have earned the right to judge the path. You earn that right by pushing through the first wall and seeing clearly what you are dealing with. A man who does this becomes a specialist. He has deep knowledge in the things he touches because he does not flinch when the work arrives. A man who does not becomes a collector of half-finished attempts and abandoned starts. You do not want to be the man who always has a new plan but never has real results. You want to be the man who can say, "This is hard, I stayed anyway, and now I understand it." That is the difference between those who look successful and those who actually are. Name your path and commit to a season. Choose one skill, project, or goal you will focus on. Give it a fixed season of commitment, for example, 3 or 6 months. During that time, you are not allowed to jump ship the moment it feels hard. Redefine the wall. When you hit the phase where it feels confusing, slow, or heavy, do not say, "This is not for me." Say instead, "This is the part where most men quit. This is my chance to become the exception." Only pivot from understanding, never from discomfort. After you have put in consistent, honest work and truly understand the process, then review. If it genuinely does not fit you, you can switch paths knowing you are choosing with wisdom, not running from resistance. Strength is built in silence, not applause. Join the Silent Kings by subscribing and keep rising without noise. If you are building yourself quietly, subscribe and stay close. There is more for you here.